Yasu Malagedo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, Part 21.
There's this real recognition that something isn't working for a lot of people anymore.
If you ask single adults what dating is like right now,
I feel fatigued is probably a really good word.
they might say something like,
It's just so hectic right now, and it's really hard to find a genuine connection.
I feel so defeated right now.
call it burnout or fatigue, more and more singles say they're fed up, especially when it comes to those apps.
It gets to a point where I'm like, okay, what are we meeting? Are we pen pals? Are we pen pals? Like, are you in jail? Like, I don't know. Where are you?
Relationship experts say they're hardly alone.
What's different for dating in this moment is that the sheer volume of rejection and disappointment is so much higher for daters than it has been in previous generations.
Between all the swipes, likes, taps, and DMs, almost 80% of singles say they experience some degree of emotional fatigue or burnout when dating online.
They're disappointed, they're frustrated, and I think they're overwhelmed by choice.
Which is why a growing number of people are choosing to take their search for love offline. Singles and dating events are seeing a 42% boost in attendance, including the comeback of speed dating events and potential meet cutes at fun clubs.
Last time there were 30 people there, and look how many people there are now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't disagree with any of this, except for meeting up with, like for a run. I'm not gonna. This body was not meant to run. But the point is, I can't really disagree with any of this. I mean, it is pretty insane out there. I mean, one of the first questions I always ask people online is, how's your online experience going? And literally 9.9 times out of 10, I get, shitty, it's not good, it's tiring, it's crazy. I mean, we're literally bringing back speed dating. I haven't seen anybody literally use speed dating since that scene in 40-Year-Old Virgin. But it's just horrible. And if you told me years ago I would be up to number 21, I would say you're insane. But I think we're all insane, still using online dating apps and just going nuts. So, but then again, I got a podcast to do. I got 3 listeners that depend on me every few weeks or so. So why not tell more stories? So let's keep this, beautiful train going here. And I mean, is there any hope for online dating? Probably not. But hey, let's see what happens. So I talked to this one person online here. It seems to be going okay. I mean, again, when you talk to someone and you can already feel the frustration, like in their tone and their, like you don't even hear their voice, but it's there. So I'm just trying to make some jokes, and I just at one point I got to say, look, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just having some fun here, whatever. And then she says, I thought so. And I also comment previously had someone let themselves out. Again, I don't know what she was talking about. Didn't mean him, and I thought things were okay, but I couldn't even follow up. And again, I have no idea what she's talking. I think she's talking about a previous relationship. Like, again, a lot of people, I don't know, like they're, like you don't want to say people are self-indulging, in themselves or whatever, and they think highly of themselves, but you're a guy and you just kind of want to, I'm trying here, people, and I'm just like, okay, no worries, and then she's like, okay, perfect, I'm like, okay, thank God. And then she said, I do Taylor, Swift, and Spider-Man have in common? So I think she's trying to tell me a joke here, and then she corrected herself, whatever. And again, I've said this before, and I'm probably going to say this again in like 5 minutes. I get it. We're all texting, we're all busy and shit. Try to proofread your stuff out there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to, I guess she's trying to make a joke here and maybe an icebreaker or whatever, but at least proofread your shit, please, And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know much about Taylor Swift, except she's coming to Toronto and she's gonna have a concert here, and we're renaming streets because of her, and I'm I don't know, the mayor that we have, ladies and gentlemen, is just so fucking out of it. I heard she was a trust fund baby, but I don't know, what do you expect? But anyways, Jake Gyllenhaal, I've already done a whole podcast about him and how he frustrates the fuck out of me, and yet I found out he's not as bad as he is, and then he remade Roadhouse and it was a piece of shit, and now they're making another one, and fuck. But anyway, she was trying to tell me a joke here. They both they can both kill Jake Gyllenhaal with a bridge, and she has like kind of a laughing emoji there. I'm assuming it has to do something with a bridge of a song, and then Spider-Man with the bridge, and Jake Gyllenhaal is a bad guy in one of the movies, and it's this is not. I don't think this is even a joke, and I just jokingly back, I said, I can see why you're single. LOL. Just kidding, And she said, it's definitely a choice. I'll have you know, I've had 3 marriage proposals in comments on my pictures. I'm like, okay, well, you definitely will not get one from me. It just kind of went south from there, and she actually put a skull emoji, again, laughing face. Again, it doesn't seem to be much of a connection here, ladies and gentlemen. But then again, she's got 3 proposals there, so she's ready to go at a moment's notice. But again, the point is, sometimes you don't get that connection, and it's just not there. And again, if you're gonna tell a joke, make sure it's funny, make sure people get it, and it is what it is. Good luck to her future Mormon life. Then another person I talked to, again, if you could, a lot of times I say, if you're going to talk to somebody, try to keep it as, not short. I mean, if you get into a good rhythm, good storytelling, whatever. But if one of the first things you say to a person, is like how, like I said before, like how is dating going so far, I try to keep it short. This woman, wrote a little bit more than a sentence. She wrote, Facebook dating is a joke. LOL. I have not met one single decent person. Lots of sketchy people, but I don't even respond to those people. As for physically meeting somebody, I have met 3 guys. First guy was jobless and actually living with his mother. But that is definitely not what he was leading me to believe in conversations. Second was emotionally unavailable. So then, then weeks, he'll be back and whatever, and ghosted for a month or 2, then you'll get back. That went on for almost a year, and I was so over it. The third guy I met had no teeth, and well, I just can't handle that. Emoji, hand in the face and laughing. Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's teeth definitely, will help you on a date for sure. I mean, yeah, but to put up with the shit for like a whole year, I mean, like, again, you can feel the frustration. It's right there, but to put up with the shit for a whole year, I mean, it's pretty crazy. How about you? Do you have any great experiences like me? LMAO, I mean, don't be jealous now. I'm definitely not. Yeah, well, I'm working on episode 21 here, so yeah, I got some stories. But again, like after I just wrote Holy Novel Batman, I don't think I got anything back after. I think she just wanted to unload on someone. But again, like the frustration is there. It's real, folks. I mean, again, if you could have teeth, that'd be great. Pictures, of, a good smile are, can be very important. Yeah, but again, try not to unload all this right away. I mean, kind of ease us into it. It could be a simple thing like, oh, it sucks or whatever. But again, keep in mind, I don't know you. We don't know you. Chances are after we hear this, we don't want to know you. Just try to keep it as simple as you can. That's all. Now, this next person, I mean, very cute, looks nice. Again, I will say this. I mean, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, black don't crack, okay? I'm looking at this woman. She says she's 41. I mean, she could literally be 20. I mean, who knows? I mean, that's the power a black woman can have. But she says, I'm honest, kind, and loyal. I'm not good with pets, though, so not here for games or hookup, so don't bother. Okay, seems like a nice, genuine person. That's cool. I get it. And we get a good little conversation going. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Good. How is, dating treating you? It's okay, and I just make a little joke, that bad, huh? LOL, what are you looking for? Marriage. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure a lot of people are looking for marriage, but, let's, again, I've always said this, how about we go on a date before I buy the ring? Let's not mention this like right away, you know what I mean? So, of course I text her back like, how about dating first? Dating without sex is fine. Uh-oh. Now, look, I get it. Yeah, I don't expect sex on the first date. Has it happened? Absolutely. Do I like when it happens? Absolutely. Would I like it to happen again? Absolutely. But it's not necessary. So I get it. I mean, you already, again, the theme of this podcast is definitely frustration, for sure. And I'm getting kind of a church vibe kind of thing here. Yeah, I think and again, like I've dealt with women that sometimes you can feel it already. Like they're not gonna have sex with you on the first date. And again, that's fine. That's fine. If that's how you are, that is perfectly fine. Okay. That being said, it's cool when you get it though. It really is. But again, the connection, the whole thing, yada, yada, yada. I'm just saying it's cool, But with this woman, I'm getting a feeling that she might even be a virgin, So then I asked her, like, just as a sort of a joke, I go, oh, why are you a virgin? And she texted me back, kind of a laughy, smiley face, and then, the whole teeth smile emoji, whatever. And I go, is that a yes? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, thank God. So then I ask her, like, why until marriage? She goes, my decision, but she says, yeah, but you're not a virgin. So how does that work? So she's not a virgin, but she's waiting till marriage for sex? I don't, is it? Sorry, for some reason in my head now, I'm thinking of that scene in like Poltergeist, where it just like she's going up the wall there in the old school football jersey, and I don't know, maybe something's going on there. Who knows? But the point is, I don't think the two really translate. So I'm like, but you're not a virgin, so how does that work? And I don't know. I don't really understand this. I don't. And this is where the complexities come in. Maybe it's because I'm a white guy. Maybe it's she's looking for her her Prince Charming, that'll take care of her. Dude, it could be a whole bunch of things. I'm not judging. I don't care. I'm not racist. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just making jokes here. I just throw that out there. Okay, as a joke, I don't think she got it, but I'm like, okay, no whites, but then afterwards she sends me a thumbs up, and then I text her back and I said I knew it. But again, I'm kind of joking, and again, this is the problem with texting. Like a lot of jokes don't translate, and I should have put the LOL in there, but in my head, I never got a response back, and I'm thinking, oh shit, like is she serious, or I mean, is she? I don't know. She, I'm no Eldris Alba, but still, I don't even think I said the name right. Sad thing is, I did a podcast on him. But the point is, I don't think. Again, I don't think it's possible that you could still be a virgin and then, or not be a virgin and then still wait for marriage. And this is way too complicated for me. So I couldn't handle it. And again, this could be, a fake ad. Who the fuck knows? And again, you're putting up with fake ads constantly in, this society. So I'll just put this out there. I'll get some shit for this, but I've actually dealt with a few virgins I've talked to online, and they're waiting. And I'm Greek Italian. I don't have that kind of time. I can't do that shit. So if that's who you are, fine. But I would say that more right off the bat, and not dick around that much. And because I get it. If you want to be a virgin, whatever, fine. That's cool. I get it. To me, you're missing out on a lot of cool shit. But the point is, I would say that right up front. And if you are going to say that right up front, like, be very clear about it, and don't give any mixed signals. So I'm just saying, I'm just, I'm no expert. I'm moving on. No, one more thing. I personally don't think you should be a virgin and do the whole online thing. I don't. No, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's like one of these people, like you're going to, you're basically Amish all your life, and then all of a sudden, you move to New York City. It's gonna scar you, man. I just wouldn't bother. I'm just, listen, do what you gotta do. Fuck it. Anyways, so this next woman I talked to here, she seems very nice. I mean, in her picture, she's holding, an ice cream cone, with sprinkles. She's got me already there, having a decent little conversation, and it seems like it's going well. But I'm just trying to figure out, when can I see this person? And again, remember the people that were talking in the beginning of the podcast there on the clip I played. How much time do you have to talk to somebody? And it gets to a point. Look, are we meeting or not? You know what I mean? So, and then we're just going back and forth here. She's like, I can't tomorrow. I got to work. I get this event, and then there's this, and then there's that, whatever. So I'm like, okay, so, and then she's like, well, what about this day? And then I'm like, oh, I'm busy this time too. And, it just seems like we're just going back and forth here, and then she, drops the, I'm a single mom. I can't drop everything to talk to you without warning. And again, I didn't imply anything like that. And I get you're a single mom. That alone is like a full-time job. I totally understand that, but don't, put that on me and say, hey, I'm not making this easy for you. I didn't do shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What are you gonna do? And again, I told her. I said, I understand. You're human. No worries there. But then she starts getting a little angry at me, like I am judging her, which I'm not. And she's like, oh, then why keep calling when I won't pick up, and then comment on me when I not pick up, and blah, 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 and all of a sudden we're in our fucking first fight here, and we haven't even fucking met yet, and then, so why do you continually call me when I've already told you I don't like talking on the phone because I lack privacy? And that's another thing, folks. And I've experienced this a few times, okay, with people online. Again, so two things we have to cover here. So if you're a virgin, I would not do the online thing. And again, if you don't like talking on the phone, I would not do the online thing at all either. I'm one of these people. Before I meet somebody, I need to talk to them on the phone. I gotta feel them out a little bit, even if it's like a 5-minute conversation, whatever. I gotta see if you're real. I believe I've never met anybody without talking to them on the phone first. And I advise anybody out there, man, woman, I mean, 2024, I mean, you could be, like a tree at this point, but, like what, like whatever you choose to be, and just, be proud of it, man. It's all good. Talk to the person first on the phone. Find out if they're actually real. If they respond like a robot, then I wouldn't meet them. Just feel them out. That's all. I mean, it's important. I mean, I think we should all know who we're meeting at this point. And yeah, I don't think you're ready for online dating. I really don't. I mean, it seems like you can barely text and you just snap at me for no reason. But at the same time, I mean, I don't. I mean, I get it could be a million things, ladies and gentlemen. It could be she could have a fear of talking on the phone, or she's afraid of the phone. She doesn't like the sound of her voice. I don't know, who the fuck knows. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not judging, but you should. I don't think you should do the online thing. And I get it; it's easier because obviously you don't have to meet people in person. But at the same time, you should say that right away. You should say that on your profile. Me personally, again, I'm not judging, but I would definitely get that checked out. It's 2024. You should be able to talk to somebody on a phone. I mean, it's definitely a phobia for sure. But again, I'm not judging here, but it is weird. I don't know. I mean, because then, clearly communicate with your kid, and I'm assuming at work, it's not like you're a mime. So, I mean, but why on the phone? I never understood that. I'm not trying to be a dick about this, but I never understood that. Like, what is wrong with, I don't know, talking on the phone? But I get it. Everyone's got their phobia, whatever. So it's all good. But I'm just saying, I don't think online dating is for you if you don't, or if you can't talk on the phone. I mean, it's it's weird. But then I don't know, she's implying like it's my fault, I'm like, buff on ghoul. I mean, what are you gonna do? But anyways, all the power to her, and I mean, I don't know. Call me if you want to complain again. We used to make phone calls all the time in the '90s. What the fuck happened? Anyways. So this next person I talked to, she seems nice. But again, I don't know, like, sometimes you look at a profile and you're like, I don't know, they're putting up way too many pictures of, like, the city you're from. You know what I mean? And not there's anything wrong with that. I mean, it's cool to see that, but it almost makes it look like they're, like, a tourist. It's almost like they're, trying to prove that they're actually from this place, or, like, you just don't know. I mean, she says she's from somewhere else, but then there's a lot of pictures of, Toronto, like where I'm from, and it's just, I don't know, like, you just get a weird vibe, but she seemed nice, she's like, yeah, I hope you're having a nice day so far. I'm like, so far so good. How are you? For a Monday, it's good. Like, why are you single? Life is a journey. Don't stop believing. LOL. So like, is it really that bad where you're from there? And and again, like, we had a good vibe there, but like, as soon as I said that, like, she kind of did a 180, she's like, I'm not sure why the negative connotation about, I don't think I said that word right, by the way, about being single. But then she laughed after, so it's like, are you mad? Are you pissed? And again, this is where things get lost in texting and whatever. She's like, oh, I just moved to this location in the summer. Why are you single? And I mean, like, she never answered my question. And I'll be honest with you, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. When I ask someone a question, they never answer it, and they just move on, like nothing. Like, if you don't want to answer it, cool, but just say you don't want to answer it. I mean, that's fucking annoying, man. I think it's disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. But then I told her, I said, like, well, you never answered why you are. And she's like, well, because I choose to wait for the right connection. Kind of a strange question, to be honest. Why are you single? And again, like, people have asked me that, like, like, or said that to me, like, like, it is a weird question. Like, why is it such a weird question? I don't understand. Like, to me, it's a very general question, and the reason why I ask it, ladies and gentlemen, is because I want to know, like, why are you single? Like, did you have a bad breakup, divorce? Is it by choice? Are you waiting for the right person? Blah, blah. Like, I think it's a very good question. And I think a lot of people, here's my thing. I think a lot of people get pissed off when I ask that is because they don't want to face it. I'm not trying to go all Dr. Phil here, Oh, you should know better than that. But, thank you. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people want to face it, and they kind of just want to, like, move on, whatever. But, just it's a simple question. That's all. I don't think it's a bad question. I mean, shit. And then she's like, all right, then I made some bad decisions with my choice of men earlier on in my life, and now I'm very careful with who I date and trust. So I guess I choose to be single until the right person comes along. Was that so hard? I mean, that's it. That's it. Shit, man. I'm not asking for your address. It's a very simple question. Maybe you might find out something about yourself. That's all. How long have you been single? I'm like, since, the summer, whatever. And, I like that you acknowledge that people are nicer in the courting stages. LOL. I've been dating and I've been in a few long-term relationships over the last few years. And I have many male friends, and I do know that not all guys are jerk-offs. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I mean, it's cool, I've friend-zoned a few people. Yep, it's called being a woman. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, listen, it's... Again, let's just be honest. I mean, if you're a guy, you have a girl that's a friend, it's either you fucked her or you're trying to fuck her. I mean, a lot of times, yeah, you could be friends. It's rare, but listen, women, know what the deal is. Let's just be honest. Nope, thumbs down. We were just talking about all this shit, like what's positive, blah, blah, blah. I'm a pretty positive person and not too sure why I've gotten this impression, like I'm some broken soul. I don't know if I implied that or not. I'm just saying it just seems like someone's burned her in the past. I mean, you just get that vibe. Sometimes when you talk to somebody, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't say it, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. I'm in my 40s now. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I can't hold shit back anymore. If I smell bullshit, I gotta call it. But I don't think I said broken soul. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. It sounds like a shitty rock song from the 80s. And the 80s was not that great of music. I mean, it was good, but to say it's better than like the 70s and 60s, you're on crack. Crack 80s, whatever. The point is, she kept saying, or some negative connotation. I don't know why I can't say that word. I'm not perfect, ladies and gentlemen. In any which way, all the best. And again, like there's that, like kind of like, oh, I don't give a fuck about you, all the best, like goodbye, good luck in the future. Just say you don't want to talk to me. I mean, like whatever happened to telling people off, you know what I mean? And then I message her back. I'm like, listen, you can't be this rude. I'm just going off on her. I'm telling her, look, I don't know what your problem is, but you can't treat people like this. And then the last thing she texts me is tool, which I'm assuming she's calling me a tool. And then, like as a joke, I just said wrench. And, I'm like, all right, well, I don't know, if you treat people, like a piece of shit like this, then, what do you expect back? So again, all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is be respectful, okay? Tony Soprano said it best. I know he's not the best example, but those who want respect, give respect. Plain and simple. So I know it's online and it's easier just to block someone, ghost somebody, but at the same time, can you please, for fuck's sakes, just be nice. Don't bring in past relationships, in the future, especially online. It doesn't look good. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. Be respectful. Treat people like you want to be treated. Like we're not animal. Just be nice to someone. That's all. And this last person I talked to, a very beautiful woman, assuming, again, it's a real profile, kind of I won't say the name, but it's one of those names that, she could be lying about her profession and why she works late. And I think you all know what I'm implying here. But then she said, she's from Jane and Finch. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, it's not always going to work out. Sure, there's, for location purposes, you just want to feel safe. And listen, this whole online journey thing, it doesn't matter where you're from in Toronto. In some cases it does. But the point is, you got to be careful and, always be on your guard. Try to, talk to people as much as you can here. And, be safe. That's all. But ladies and gentlemen, again, this has been a thrilling episode of Computer Love, Part 21.
Matchmaking is old. Like, it's ancient wisdom and modern love blended together.
I'm Seema Taparia. I'm Mumbai's top matchmaker.
Shows like Indian matchmaking and Jewish matchmaking reflecting a renaissance in the ancient art of matchmaking.
Are we getting anything right about love?
Eliza Ben Shalom is a professional shadchan, or matchmaker, who's helped more than 200 couples down the aisle. Her job, an old school one made famous in pop culture by Fiddler on the Roof.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a